Let's quickly run through our headlines this afternoon. Patient parties leave test samples unattended as night staff absent at Jennings Microbiology Department. And farm schemes going to non-farmers due to lack of field checks. A lead secretary of Nongmaiching Area Farmer Association, Thangja Yaima of Phunalmari. Hello and very good afternoon. You've tuned into Pm-Istv English News. I'm Dalung Shankaling giving you the news in detail. Patient parties are being forced to place test samples on empty tables at night duty staff of the microbiology department at Jennings Hospital remain absent. As per doctors' instructions, nurses collect blood and other samples and direct patient parties to submit them to the microbiology department for testing. However, upon reaching the department at night, patient parties already anxious as test results often determine the course of treatment. Find no staff present. They are compelled to leave the samples unattended on tables and later collect test reports on their own from trays. The situation has raised serious public concerns, with patient parties questioning whether the department has any responsible authority and whether it functions at all during at night hours. Some have also asked why samples are being sent at night if the department is not operational. Secretary of Nongmaiching Area Farmer Association, Thangja Yaima of Phunalmari, while speaking to Pm-Istv News, said that the farm schemes are going to non-farmers due to lack of field checks by department concerned. Pineapple grower Thangja Yaima urged the concerned department to conduct field verification before distributing various government schemes meant for farmers. He said that the practice of extending benefits to non-farmers has caused dissatisfaction among genuine farmers who are being deprived of their rightful entitlements. Has a report on that.
अꯩꯅ ꯊꯥꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯤꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯕꯃꯛꯀꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯃꯥ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯍꯣꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜꯆꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯄꯤꯊꯈꯤꯕ ꯆꯥꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯊꯥꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯅꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯊꯥꯖꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯍꯩꯅꯥꯟ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯇꯤꯡꯈꯪ ꯄꯥꯟꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯔꯤꯀ꯭ꯋꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯖꯕꯗꯤ ꯐꯤꯜꯗ ꯆꯠꯄꯤꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯐꯥꯔꯃꯔꯁꯤꯡꯒ ꯎꯅꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ kari thaba kari watpa kari inconvenience leiba awaba farmer gi awaba singdu tanaraga akoida mating khajitang pangbiba amadi field chalaga karimsu tawramdaba potu dadi aikoi gi financial assistance gumba pb daba haiba potsi tawbiramagana magi pibam thokpa khara sarkar gi mating pangbiba haibadu aina isana aigi own request ni aina pamjabani ai isa khak nataba अतोप मीसिंगसु अदुमाइना हाइना थोख्रदि अखोइगी कांगलैपाक हाइबदि मणिपुरगी लैरिबा पोथोक्सि नोमो नोमगी सुम हंदरकद्रा हाइना सुम खंजे डिपार्टमेंटगी खंगना चानाबा हाइबो मुक्ति आई हाइबो ngamdre अदुबु इसामकना अखोइ खुंदसु मंगाइ संगा लैबा मी हाइगद्रा करि हाइगद्रा अदुमाइना तौबो पोतु तुंगददि तौहनिंगदे तुंगदा हौगलिबा अंगांसिंगी सिगुम्बा विलिंग लैबा कांगुसिंगीदि अदु उरुरगा हेना अखोइदा दोंचादबा मा लाकद्रा हाइना सुम खंजबगिनि पांबीसी चौरकना 72,000 मुक्ति सेपलिंग आदि चारादि थागे हैना लोइना मखावे अदुबो होय मरकता खरा अखोइना रेसिरा मागी थारिबा कैनोदा ककपदा याम नाउना कखिबा खरा लै अदुगा अखोइगी उचीना खरा चाथतपा खोपा मरक खरादि लै अदु लैतबदि नते कुंथ्रादि अदुम सी लमदमसिदा लैरिबा आइगी चिनाव लाइरिक लाइसु हैरबा कांगबुसिंग थबुक फंगदे हाइना अवाबदुदि आइगी सागी वखनलोंदा लैहनिंगदे मरमदि फार्मर अमा ओइना अमदि एंटरप्रेन्योर अमा ओइगे हाइना खलदि सरकारगी थबुक ngaidabida aina tawba ngamba haibdi hojiki matamdi modern technology nina pothok yamna puthoki hairsu modern technology mayam laibnina nisa pasada ngawbe sarukta aina ngamjaba thabo haibdi farm tawbo oiro kari tawbo oiro adu da oina mayam si mai onsin haningba ꯋꯥꯐꯝꯁꯤ ꯊꯝꯖꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ
With an exclusive report, let's move on with other updates now. Minority Students Association Manipur MSA organized a program at the Manipur Press Club to observe Minorities' Rights Day 2025. Economics and Head Department of Southeast Asian Studies, Manipur University, Professor Dr. Chinglim Maisnam, Associate Professor, DM College of Arts, Imphal, Dr. Syed Ahmed, Vice Principal Amuko K. Helen, Convener, Committee on Peaceful Coexistence Manipur, Advocate Sazat Bhuya, Core Committee Julia Singlai, and President Minority Students Association Manipur Ijul Ahmed graced the program as the Presidium members. During the event, President Ijul Ahmed highlighted that the Government of India has implemented various schemes for the welfare of minorities which they are deprived. Minorities' Rights Day 2025 was observed to raise awareness about the rights and schemes for minority communities, he said. He also noted that despite the presence of the President's rule government, displaced persons who returned to their homes in Torbung after May 3, 2023 incident were once again met with gunfire. He condemned the action, saying it appears as if the Indian government is attempting to foster mistrust among the people.
Minority welfare da adagi minority ki akoi scheme sing sida khana ning momong da sanaraga masagi puri gaw ki pocket da sanghal lakan da leiba poche da helaro si akoi khuning minority ki akphong kham thok right sing se akoi dalasi khangminarasi so thar leiba minority community akoi sing se akoi develop tongminasi haiba ki wakal da minority right day se MSN sinjabani.
We also have some updates from Gangpokpi district. Women folk held a night vigil on the national highway opposing the cycling campaign of transgender activist Malem Thongam from crossing Gangpokpi district. The agitation of the women folk was joined by men too, and the national highway remained crowded. In this regard, Kotu had also urged the attention of the authority concerned not to allow the journey, as with the festive season of Christmas in sight, it could create unwanted incidents. On the other hand, as per source received by ISTV News, Malem Thongam reached Sekmai in Imphal West District this morning. However, there is no official report from Malem Thongam. The 12th Liang Mai Imphal Market, organized by Liang Mai Imphal Market Committee, which is being held at different locations across Imphal, was organized today at Kurai Popular High School ground, where women vendors from the Liang Mai women vendors brought varieties of items for sale. People thronged to buy organic vegetables and other markets from the Liang Mai Imphal Market. Speaking in connection, co-convener of Liang Mai Imphal Market, Dipui Prinmai, said the market is being organized at different locations with the aim of fostering interaction and strengthening bonds among indigenous communities. He expressed gratitude to various clubs and civil society organizations for their support despite the Liang Mai community lacking a designated marketplace. Prinmai added that the market also seeks to uphold and promote the peace, unity and integrity established by their forefathers.
Jingdigi laga sumaina Imphal da lakpa mata maiti singna sumaina khoibu phajana okpiba tumpham chafam pibiba aduga sumaina leiriba jingmi lakpa singbu se leineba chana ba thakna bu sumuk pack torga sumaina jingda hanba sumaina akoi exchange soramba ase yamna phajaba ama oye kaithel kumba matam da su sumaina homirak ibase kaithel asina akoi integrity peace unity ase sumaina lakhibine aduna basigi platform se akoi strengthen to do biade basigi economic empowerment se akoi sumaina tawnerga akoi gi economic integration ama lehallaga sumaina chathad biade haibagi wakhalon da sumaina ngasi se laktuna leibani mathangi akoi imoinu se 31st tai adubu akoi gi Christmas ka New Year ge maraktu da imoinu ge damak chahi aroi ge damak chu akoi te 30 da sinjage hena sumaina lei.
Women wing of Meitei community joint co-coordinating committee Waithau Pm-Istv, Hauka and Waithau came out on the National Highway 102 at Babu Bazar Kaithe last night and raised several slogans condemning the incident at Torbun Bangla, where IDPs who had returned home after over 2 years were terrorized with firing and bombing. The protesters raised slogans against the president's rule government, condemning the recent bombing targeting IDPs. They demanded that the government prevent further suffering for the displaced, restore peace at the earliest, and question the very purpose of the PR government's existence.
Hek akoigi ningba thongdriba phawa akoibu tamdu laitaba iramdam ama woidriba phawadi akoigi kholaw ase kaidawmai da haloi haba wafam ase ngasigi lengak boising asida PR gi lengak sida akoi yamna pendabega kholaw do akoi matang asida thamjabane.
The annual Sports Meets 2025 was successfully conducted at Manipur Central Prison Sajiwa, organized by the Prisons and Correctional Department, Manipur. The 10th day event concluded with a closing ceremony attended by ADGP Prison Dr. I.K. Muiva, SP MCJ Imphal S.K. Badrika, and SP MCJ Sajiwa Syed Abdul Samad. Inmates participated enthusiastically across 8 disciplines, showcasing remarkable sportsmanship and energy. Prizes were distributed in various categories, with special award for best conduct and discipline also presented to deserving inmates. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. I.K. Muiva emphasized the welfare of prisoners and highlighted the developmental initiatives already undertaken, as well as future projects aimed at improving facilities and program within the prison. Shifting our focus to some national and international updates now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that Indian-Oman Business Summit in Muscat will give new momentum to bilateral ties, highlighting the historic maritime legacy linkage Mandvi and Muscat, marking 70 years of diplomatic relations. He emphasized that the partnership is built on trust and friendship, with a focus on a prosperous future rooted in shared heritage. Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal called the summit a watershed moment, announcing that India and Oman will sign the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement (CEPA) to deepen trade and economic cooperation. Omani Commerce Minister Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf welcomed the Indian delegation, underlining the nation's long-standing ties and shared vision for growth. In Chhattisgarh, 3 Maoists were killed in an encounter with security forces in Sukma district yesterday. Police said District Reserve Guard team was dispatched on a search operation following intelligence about Maoist presence in Kistaram area. The encounter occurred this morning in Siganamaragu, where the bodies of 3 Maoists were recovered. Additional police and security personnel have been deployed to the area, and an intensive search operation is going on. Russian President Vladimir Putin has asserted that he will not compromise on his demands for Ukraine to cede territory. Speaking at the annual Russian Defense Ministry meeting, Putin criticized Ukraine's European allies and warned that Russia would seize territory by force if necessary. He emphasized that while Russia does not deny anyone the right to security, it expects commitments made to it, particularly regarding NATO's non-expansion eastward, to be honored. Putin's remarks come ahead of the crucial summit in Brussels this week, where European leaders are set to discuss the potential use of frozen Russian assets to support Ukraine. Meanwhile, US and Russia negotiates are scheduled to meet in Miami this weekend to explore a peace deal aimed at resolving the ongoing Ukraine crisis. India and Saudi Arabia have signed a bilateral visa waiver agreement in Riyadh to facilitate official travel and strengthen exchanges under the Indian-Saudi Arabia Strategic Partnership Council. The agreement, signed by Indian Ambassador Suhail Ajaz Khan and Saudi Deputy Minister Abdul Mazid bin Rashid Al-Smari provides mutual exemption from short-stay visa requirements for holders of diplomatic, special and official passport. The Indian Embassy said the move aims to enhance cooperation and streamline the movement of officials between the two countries across various sectors. Those are updates this afternoon. Before we wind up the news, let's look at the headlines once again. Patient parties leave test samples unattended as night staff absence at JNIM's microbiology department. And farm schemes going to non-farmers due to lack of field checks, alleges Secretary of Nong Maiching Area Farmer Association, Thangja Yaima of Funalmari. Thank you for watching ISTV English News. Stay tuned at 4 p.m. for additional updates. Goodbye for now.